We're going to start live painting, a channeled painting with connecting with the sacred in all life. Tonight, we're going to see if we can bring in some beautiful energy to reflect our interconnectedness. So I've already been getting a lot of guidance from both White Buffalo Calf Woman, who is this beautiful divine mother who teaches us about life as a sacred ceremony, as well as Spider Woman, who is another beautiful divine mother who shows us the weavings of everything sacred. So I'm going to check my camera one more time, make sure we're ready. And we're going to get, looks like we're ready. We're going to double record this. So here we go. And I did choose to go ahead and use a canvas that I had put some energy into, which feels just right with this red and green energy. And as in all these paintings, things often expand and change and grow. So I would expect nothing less. And it's going to start out like that right away. So the way I'm recording is on my phone today, so I'm not going to see your comments, which I am going to miss that. But I am going to trust that we're getting everything we need to anchor this energy in through love, support us with our connectivity. I actually had a shamanic healing session I did today, and it really does weave in with everything we're working on with connecting with sacredness in all life. It showed me an individual and their body and the vessel as this amazing generator, that we are the generators of everything in our lives. So as we connect to the sacredness in ourselves, we connect to the sacredness in everything. That we are a very important part of generating the energy in this world. We are it. And as we generate love, we feed the matrix. We feed the interconnectivity of all things. If we're lost in fear, well, we're feeding that lower frequency in that particular reality. So I'd say here we are to connect to our sacredness, and the medicine wheel is definitely coming in. The circle symbolizes the sacred hoop of life. It symbolizes everything is connected from beginning to end, that there is only that interconnectivity, and that this is the web, that we are the web keepers. We are the ones who feed the web with our energy. So I'm going to bring in some solar energy. I'm sure this is going to shape shift, as all seems to do. Yeah, looks like it's recording. Good. This may be very symbolic tonight. We'll see what wants to come in. If it's pure energy and symbol. Because as I bring in these yellow light columns, they feel like the symbol of each one of us and our light. Whether we be animal or we be bird, or we be fish, we be plant. We'll see how this wants to collect as the spirit of sacredness in all beings and all life throughout the cosmos, and planet Earth, and all of existence. I I understand that as I'm painting, we have Ascended Masters here. I know that they love to hang out in my space. I'm working on several of them in paintings. But also Ascended Masters who are helping humanity to wake up, helping us to remember we are part of a great interconnected web. And that we are not alone by any means at all. We are incredibly connected to amazing divine energies. The story of White Buffalo Calf Woman, she came to Earth to teach us about living a sacred life. And as she came onto this planet, two braves saw her approaching in this big cloud of dust. The story as I know it. One brave knew she was a divine mother. She was an incredible, amazing divine being with nothing but sacredness. The other brave was only earthly and lustful. He thought she was one hot chick, man. So he wanted to have his way with her. Because she was omniscient, she beckoned the young man over who was in his lustful state while the other gentleman was telling him, don't do it. And so she opened her cape and brought him in. And the other gentleman saw him go from young to old and into dust in just a breath. So he drew his bow and arrow at her and said, who are you? She told him to go back to the tribe and to prepare that she would come and teach 7 sacred rites for purification so that his tribe, his people could live a sacred life that was full of spirit and awareness. So I feel like she is coming in with her story and her energy to support us in connectivity to the divine and every person, every place, everything, every planet, every place in the cosmos, so we can reconnect to why we are here, to be in love, to be the expression of the divine within our own beings, to be completely connected and supported and truly loved. It's interesting is I've got multiple images in my head wanting to arise, so we'll see what wants to happen here. This column of light wants to come all the way through the circle. We have many, many star beings here supporting us. Many Devic energies. Many spirit beings from many dimensions wanting to add their 2 cents worth, so to speak. So it looks like we're putting in an Andean cross of sorts, bringing the axis of heaven through the axis of earth. The horizontal earth plane, the horizontal line symbolizes the earth plane, and the vertical axis represents the divine and the intersection, supporting us in accessing these higher dimensional realities and opening up the place to see clearly from a higher perspective. So the sun wants to become an eye, the eye of the divine. This is not even at all anything I thought I'd be painting tonight, the way it's coming through, which I love. How that works. And that eyeball is the earth and her higher consciousness. It's our higher consciousness merged. So in layering, I'm noticing that I began with that representing the sun or the solar principle, the divine one. And now it's the mother, it's the earth, it's our Mama Gaia. And so there's a dimensional merging of all of us on this planet of water and many beautiful energies. And moving to this energy of a single eye, a single connection between heaven and earth, between the inner and the outer. The intersection of the divine with all life. And you get some drying time in here so that you get all the right colors in. So as I'm painting this for whoever is watching or will be watching, because I'm going to transcend time-space, you can join me if you'd like to. I want you to imagine connecting to that energy of the divine in yourself and Mother Earth and all the beings of this planet, of all life beyond this planet, of all your beloved ancestors who are not embodied here. It's interesting I say here because they may be embodied somewhere else. To imagine that this is a sine wave, that this is an energy connecting us to the vibration of life, to the breath of life, to the oneness of all beings and all life force. This is an activation for harmony, to bring in peace, to honor and respect the sacredness of all beings, of all things, of all dance of life. I feel like I'm always getting my head in the way. Sorry about that, gang. My paints. I sing with my healing work, and I feel like I can hear the song of this as I paint. That the song is a beautiful song of Mother Earth and all her people, and that she's beckoning us to a newer, higher octave of possibility and potentiation and truth, that we are one, that is the only thing that there is. Feeling we're going to be playing with color a whole lot tonight. This red-orange wants to just blast this painting awake. The energy coming in. My guides tell me we're going to bring in lots of symbol and star codes to activate the energy field of remembering our oneness, our one heartbeat. And that this energy will help us to transmute our connection to suffering, to help us disconnect from that quicksand energy, as I have felt at times, that it's an energy of amnesia, where we forget that I am you and you are me and we are the creator. We are a beautiful song. You are a song and I am a song. And together we create a beautiful symphony of songs. Again, I'm going to do it. Symbol at the top is a symbol for the divine feminine, this triangular shape that creates a chalice. It creates a place to gather energy. And my sense is that it's at the top to create a place of receptivity. Because normally I'd put the symbol for the masculine at the top and the symbol for the feminine at the bottom, but they're reversing it to help activate, telling me a polarity of some sort in a different kind of way, to my ability to hear them is somewhere along the lines of to reverse the negative effects of the reality stream that seemed disconnected, and to reconnect, to send the energies together like this. So as I do this, you can feel into it. Use your spidey senses, your intuitive self, to see how that energy feels to you. There's a circle on top of each point. They're activating spokes on the wheel. my guides say it's to give traction to the expansion of our connectivity, which is kind of funny, I think, like big truck tires with these knobbies on them. But these are serving a purpose energetically. Pretty much a complete energetic painting, but I think all mine are, so I don't know what that's a little more abstract. These energies coming in now are to give traction and stability to the change, to the unification process, to our remembering our wholeness and sacredness. I feel Pleiadian beings and Hathors and Syrians and Andromedans and Lyrans and beings from all over the planet, or the universe, I should say, who are assisting us in our evolutionary process to return back to the one, to the sacredness, to the beauty. There's a spiral coming in at the very bottom. That is the flow of creation. Emanating the power of that core spirit, light, energy, God force. Another type of pattern in the top right that are like the emanation on the outer edge of the spiral. It's emanating toward the center of this circle. Because there's energy and light coming from places that we're not even aware of, that's constantly supporting us. From Source, from our fellow brothers and sisters, through time, through dimensions. It has a yellow energy coming in, the red, emanating light to us, supporting our sacredness and our connectivity. There's a star language coming into the yellow circle to activate our connectivity and support system, particularly the awareness of it, the integration into our fields of our bodies, minds, spirits. To know that the more connected we are in our awareness, the more abundant we are, the less fear gets hold of us, the more we're tapped into the ever-divine flow of light. There's an Egyptian energy coming in from the ancient masters and the wisdom schools. All systems and maps of knowing are overlaying, they tell me, from Atlantis to times before we even know in these conscious minds. They're telling me many, many, many thousands of years old in terms of our Earth's linear light history. They call it light history because the way we measure things, and this is beyond how our Earth years work. Hope you can catch that energy of that. Mastane histena lakmoste naste he noe. Rita mane stena wos. Yakone he na pa. Shina mahina ya poese ya to estena nahina. Sometimes I hear these languages that I don't think my English mind knows what to do with. So make the sounds as best as I can understand the vibration of them. And they go along with this energy of what I call light language here. That's a violet purple energy holding the space of this language. It's the colors that are chosen are part of the vibration of the light supporting us. So this earth energy is getting an amp up to the new earth, to the holographic whole earth, where humanity and every life form is awake and aware. So we are vibrating to shift dimensionally. It's part of this opportunity here. This little journey we're making. It truly is an adventure, this journey of finding the sacredness in all life. This is a doorway or a portal being created. Doorway to potentiality through connectivity to all life and sacredness. It's a little ship over here, I think. Column of light is a beacon of change and hope, possibility. Coming home to ourselves. Master Thoth is here, has been here. I'm doing this light language. I feel like he's guiding me. And it feels somewhat different than the right. I knew that the hemispheres of this, the left and right, absolutely were going to be slightly different in color. And I understand that it's somehow to activate both hemispheres of our brains and to create a harmonic that's, they told me like a cappella, that it's these voices harmonizing into one voice, one heart, helping give us the singing lessons of our souls to activate our heart spaces and how we are recalling sacredness and what it is and how to access it. That every species, whether on this planet or another, share the common DNA of consciousness and of spirit, the God force. And that as each one of us returns to honoring the sacred in ourselves and one another, we activate that throughout generations, lifetimes, and the cosmos. That there is no limitation by yesterday and tomorrow. There is only now, vibrating through all of existence. Even as I do these lower left and upper left energies, they feel like they're merging two communications into one song. If you sing or if you are a channel that you're a conscious channel, listen deeply to the songs. There are many, many songs going on of the sacred one singing to us. I can hear them in my inner world very loudly. And it's joy. It's time. It's beauty. And incredible love. It's a celebration. lights, these light columns don't want to be defined into a creature or a species. They want to just be light. Be essence. Unique unto itself, but not separate, not different in the way that we judge things. We are one heartbeat, one song. Is this energy coming in? All connected, all singing together. One higher octave. Oh, good Lord, I might as well put it all over here. It's so funny. I usually have my camera on that side. got a little bit of form coming in beyond this little singular light stroke that feels more like a master being offering us up energy. Still somewhat abstract. And they all change. Their arms are out, their energy is being sent to us radiantly. Angels, our helpers, our guides, the awakened ones. I becomes the earth, becomes the spiral of all life, becomes the possibilities and the undulating life force that's constantly giving us grand adventures and connectivity. Each of these little spokes on the wheel have their own symbol within them to activate us upwards. Symbolize many beings across the cosmos, all consciousness in all forms, sacredness of all creation. And everyone is a doorway or a portal. And we can access that through our prayers and meditations, our desires. You can feel the energy building here. I don't think I've been able to paint anything this series without putting hearts in it, which cracks me up. I think this return to the heart theme is a very, very important theme for us. In connecting to self, and connecting to other, and connecting to earth, and connecting to the sacredness in all life requires heart activation. I always count when I'm guided to put things in. There's 11. So 11 is the sacred master builder number. So I feel like that's a confirmation of the energy coming, the energy we're tapping into, and the energy that we are creating by focusing on the divine, the sacred, the amazing connectivity of all life. The vibration of our higher consciousness weaving us in a great dance. Our joy lives in our sacredness. The upper left is more of a star symbol coming in. See if I can get my paints to cooperate. Do this with a steady hand, rather. Everything is vibrating. It's medicine and it's magic. Now there's these deeper blue spirals coming into this blue background above, bringing in energy and consciousness and portals, doorways. and some little white starlight. Symbolizing this multidimensional connection to all life and its sacredness. There's nothing separate here, that's for sure. Just bringing in some more yellow that wants to pop this up. Yellow light. All these divine, amazing beings. Oh, I see something that's so interesting. We never put in the codes on the upper right. It's like, wow, that's kind of interesting. It showed me. I swear I thought I was going to be painting white buffalo calf woman or spider woman, but we got an amazing piece that's exactly what we needed to bring in. Okay, we're about done there, folks. Almost, it seems, for now anyhow. found what I was looking for a while ago. I've got gold paint here. Let's see where that wants to go. So it's gold metallic paint. It seems like it wants to bring in a whole other energy. So these little red hearts in here are full of gold, vibrant light. The golden octave, the Christ Buddha energy. And that is our divine heritage to return us to the sacredness of all life. To the oneness and the truth of who we are. And it is something that is being shown upon us. It's a reminder that sacred, loving light that lives within each and every one of us. It is available to humanity and all of this cosmos. It is our true nature. So in returning to the sacredness of all life, star beings are radiating beautiful codes of light and love to us. Deep gratitude for our grand adventure, being human and being divine. Our ancestors are here supporting us. I feel people who've passed over that I know who are so very much with us, supporting us. The words "they are proud of us" come into my head as I paint, which I always trust is not just my little ego mind, but it's their message to us. So we're activating the wheel of eternal life with these golden spokes. And I understand, if I can pull this off, that the golden spokes are going to send out radiant rays of connectivity, the web of life. Let's see if I can represent that here. Once I finish this outlining process they're having me do. It's like every line adds a vibration. So it's like there's these little tendrils of light that they're sending out, of connectivity, like veins in our body, or roots of a tree. And that they are sending out the vibration of these light frequencies of the golden octaves of wisdom, the energy of unconditional love and knowing, wisdom. They're telephone lines, they said, just like the invisible lines of the cell phone, the old telephone lines that were all very physical. These are radiant light, sending us a lifeline to our sacred beings to remember who we are. There's my dogs as we finish up here, just in time. They say hello, these sacred creatures. Okay, I think that's it for tonight with the connection to the sacredness of all life. I'm going to see if I can grab my camera and get a little better view for everybody. Hope this came through very well for you. All right, hang on, un momento here. Here we go. All right, look at that. That's us, folks. That is so much love. It's interesting looking at it through the camera as I stand back. I feel like it is absolutely pure heavenly light shining upon us, creating a great container for us to return to the sacredness within and the sacredness all around. So I thank you so much for being here and for being part of this 40-day commitment and being you. You are amazing, and I love all of you very much. So you love on this, and I will post the video later in a place where it's permanent for us, as well as the art piece. Much love.